Zero trust. It's probably the most overused phrase in cybersecurity right now. Every vendor claims they are zero trust. Every analyst is talking about it. And every boardroom is asking CISOs one question: which zero trust platform should we invest in? That's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video. Hi, I am Luciano Ferrari, CISO, ethical hacker, and founder of LufSec. In this video, I'll walk you through a complete non-fluff comparison of the 5 best zero trust platforms in 2025: Zscaler, Palo Alto Networks, Netskope, Forcepoint, and Cloudflare. We'll look at their strengths, weaknesses, analyst insights, customer feedback, and even some hands-on test results from my own evaluation. By the end of this session, you know which vendor is the best overall winner and which one might be the right fit for your unique situation. So let's jump in. Why zero trust matters in 2025? Well, let's start with why zero trust is such a big deal. Why? Well, for years, companies relied on VPNs. The idea was simple. You connect remotely, you are inside the network, and you can access what you need. But here is the problem. Once you are inside, you have too much access. That flat trust model is exactly how attackers move laterally and compromise entire organizations. So we've seen this play out in some of the biggest breaches of the last decade. Attackers get valid credentials, connect to a VPN, and suddenly they're roaming free. Well, zero trust flips that model. Instead of trusting anyone who gets in, the principle is never trust, always verify. Access is based on identity, device posture, location, and risk signals. And even when access is granted, it's segmented. Users only see what they are explicitly allowed to. And this isn't just best practice anymore. It's becoming mandatory. According to Gartner, by 2026, 85% of organizations will secure apps using Security Services Edge, or SSE. Meanwhile, regulators are pushing zero trust into compliance frameworks like SOC 2, ISO 27001, GDPR, HIPAA, and even government mandates. So in 2025, if you are not moving towards zero trust, you are not just behind in security, you are behind in compliance too. Our evaluation framework. Okay, so how do we actually compare vendors? At LufSec, we built a structured evaluation framework. Here are 6 criteria we used: price and licensing, transparency, renewal, flexibility, hidden costs, integration, how easily the platform connects to Okta, Azure AD, Ping, SIEMs, EDRs, and SaaS apps, support and customer experience, responsiveness, SLAs, peer feedback, deployment and implementation, rollout speed, agent support, time to value, data security and DLP, inline and API-based data protection, advanced features like OCR and exact data matching, performance and latency, POP density, end-user experience, global reach. Now, how did we gather data? 3 ways. First, hands-on testing. We simulated a hybrid workforce access in Salesforce, Atlassian, Gainsight, and GitHub. Second, analyst research. We dug into Gartner's 2024 Magic Quadrant, the Forrester Wave, and peer reviews. And third, customer voice. We looked at real-world experiences from enterprises across industries, and then we scored each vendor on a 10-point scale. Let's start with the giant, Zscaler. Zscaler is widely recognized as the market leader in SSE and zero trust. With hundreds of global points of presence, it's built for scale. Leading secure web gateways with a strong malware prevention, application-level segmentation, apps stay invisible unless explicitly allowed. Broad CASB coverage with API integrations into Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, Salesforce, and more. Strong compliance portfolio, FedRAMP, HIPAA, ISO 27001, GDPR. But there are some weaknesses. Licensing, complexity, customers often complain about confusing bundles, renewal costs can spike, occasional latency during peak loads, especially across Asia. Best fit, global enterprises and highly regulated industries. Score, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Palo Alto Networks, Prisma Access. Well, next, Palo Alto Networks with the Prisma Access. Palo Alto has dominated the firewall market for years, and Prisma Access is their way of extending zero trust into the cloud. Their strengths: unified console called Strata Cloud Manager, one pane for firewalls and SSE, ZTNA with identity-aware agent and agentless options. AI Ops detects performance anomalies all the way down to Wi-Fi. Strong ecosystem, works seamlessly if you are already a Palo Alto customer. Weaknesses: licensing is rigid and often expensive. CASB isn't as advanced as Netskope's, and better suited for existing Palo Alto shops than greenfield deployments, if you don't have, right, Palo Alto before. So the best fit for me, according to my analysis, enterprises already invested in Palo Alto firewalls. Score, I gave it like an 8.6 out of 10. Netskope Intelligent SSE. Well, the third one for our analysis is Netskope Intelligent SSE. Netskope built its name on CASB and data protection, and it shows. If you care about DLP and SaaS visibility, Netskope is a top contender. The strengths: best-in-class DLP with exact data matching, OCR, and machine learning, API and inline controls across thousands of SaaS apps. New edge networks with strong data residence options. Digital experience monitoring gives end-to-end SaaS visibility. The weaknesses: pricing is premium and licensing can be complex. Digital experience monitoring features have been slower to roll out. It's the best fit for enterprises in finance, healthcare, and legal, where data governance is critical. I gave it an 8.8 out of 10. Forcepoint ONE. So our fourth vendor is Forcepoint ONE. Forcepoint is known for data security and insider threat prevention, and that's exactly what they share, where they shine. So the strengths are risk adaptive DLP, policies that change based on user behavior, unified portal with SWG, CASB, and ZTNA, remote browser isolation, and content disarm features built into the secure gateway, right? Web gateway, SWG. Transparent, simple licensing. Weaknesses: mobile support is limited. Ecosystem is smaller than Zscaler or Palo Alto. Logging and troubleshooting not as polished yet. Best fit: finance, healthcare, and government organizations with strict compliance needs. Score, I gave them an 8.2 out of 10. Cloudflare One. Finally, Cloudflare One. Cloudflare has built one of the world's largest networks, and they've leveraged it to disrupt zero trust market with speed and affordability. Strengths: global network in 300 plus cities. Latency is excellent. Simple pricing, even a free tier for up to 50 users. DevOps friendly with APIs and infrastructure as code. Unique RBI features like watermarking. Weaknesses: lacks advanced DLP. Features roll out so fast that some security teams feel overwhelmed. Less appealing for highly regulated industries. Best fit: startups, SMBs, and cloud-first enterprises. I gave them 8 out of 10. So let's line them up. Zscaler leads at 9. Netskope is close behind at 8.8 with the strongest data security. Palo Alto scores 8.6, a natural fit for its own ecosystem. Forcepoint comes at 8.2, shining in compliance-heavy industries. Cloudflare scores 8, best for value and speed. Now, how does this align with analysts? Gartner Magic Quadrant put Zscaler, Palo Alto, and Netskope in the top leaders quadrant. Forcepoint was a strong performer and Cloudflare was seen as a niche innovator. Forrester praised Netskope for its data-centric vision, Zscaler for its scale, Palo Alto for ecosystem strength, Forcepoint for compliance, and Cloudflare for speed and simplicity. Customer feedback matches these two. Zscaler powerful but pricey, Palo Alto good for existing customers, Netskope best for DLP, Forcepoint reliable in regulated spaces, and Cloudflare unbeatable on performance top 2 price. All right, so how do you actually choose? So here's a practical buyer's guide. So define your priorities. Do you care more about compliance, speed, price, or global reach? Shortlist 3 vendors. Don't evaluate all 5 at once. Focus on the ones that match your needs. Run a proof of concept. Test with your real apps like Salesforce, Atlassian, or GitHub. And score vendors against the criteria. Be objective. Negotiate contracts carefully, especially renewals. Some vendors are notorious for spiking costs. Plan a phased rollout. Start with critical apps, then expand. And avoid these common mistakes. So buying based on marketing hype. So underestimating latency and user experience. This is really important. Ignoring DLP if compliance is critical. Failing to innovate both networking and identity teams. Looking ahead, here are the trends I see shaping Zero Trust over the next few years. AI-driven security. Vendors will automate policy creation and anomaly detection, post-quantum encryption, early steps toward quantum-safe algorithms, regulatory pressure, laws like EU, NIS2 and US, SUSIA, and push Zero Trust adoption. Generative AI risks, stopping sensitive data leaks into LLMs. SaaS convergence, networking and security merging into single vendor solutions. So let's wrap up. Best overall, Zscaler with 9 out of 10. The enterprise leader unmatched in scale and compliance. Best for data security. Netskope with 8.8 out of 10. If you need DLP, it's unbeatable. Best for value, Cloudflare, 8 out of 10. Perfect for SMBs and startups. And best for existing customers, Palo Alto, 8.6 out of 10. Seamlessly if you are already in their ecosystem. Best for compliance, Forcepoint 8.2 out of 10, strong for regulated industries. The bottom line, Zero Trust is no longer optional. The right vendor depends on your priorities. If you like tailored guidance on choosing the right platform, my team at LufSec helps companies run Zero Trust vendor evaluations and build practical roadmaps. You'll find the link in the description to book a consultation. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay secure.